Thank you guys for giving me this opportunity to talk about astrology. Welcome to the Equinox Convention, and I hope you guys are all having an awesome day. Have you heard the rumor about butter? Well, I'm not going to spread it, but let's talk about astrology. Okay? So what we're going to talk about today is going to have to do with me understanding who I am. Because the thing about reading your birth chart is just like with reading a book, you learn something new every time. And that's the most important thing, is to always keep learning, especially about who you are. Because you are who you are. You are what you are. You do what you do. You express how you express. But the best way to know this stuff is by reading your birth chart. Read the synastry, read the normal astrology, just read it. Just keep reading. What do they say about learning? The more you learn, the more you earn. And then knowledge is power. There's a bunch of stuff about reading, about taking that effort to understand. When you take the effort to understand yourself, you get the reward. And if you have a partner, learn to understand your partner too. Me personally, I like to do, on my channel, I like to do birth chart readings. I like to do synastry readings. I like to help people understand themselves, the people they look up to, and all that cool stuff. The thing about looking at the people you look up to, though, the only thing about it is you cannot look at their houses. So there's a crux there. But priority is always know self, know thyself, know your friends, know your partner. Everyone else kind of on the wayside. They have to be because you can't get their date of like their time. Unless you say email them. That can work. I'm not saying it couldn't. Okay? If you do that, more power to you. But it takes some courage. Nobody really wants to listen to other people ask about their birth time. Why? Why do you want that? You know, it's get weird. And so today, on the equinox, I figure, well, around the equinox section in this convention, I want to get to know myself better. Once again, thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I'm going to talk about myself. First, we'll talk about what I know about myself. Okay, so first off, my sun is in Scorpio. My moon is in Leo. My Mercury is in Libra. My Venus is in Libra. My Mars is in Aries. My Jupiter's in Gemini, and my Saturn is in Sagittarius. We'll get through this soon. Okay, so that's me breakdown. Simplistic. Okay, that's just my front part. And then you have all my houses, which I'm not going to go into yet. First, we're going to talk about my planets. So, now if you look at my personality in depth, what you get is a Scorpion, first off, because my sun is exuding my brightness. The exuded brightness is dark, because Scorpios are really dark. So the first thing that you see when you look at me is a mirror. What else would Scorpio be, aside from a mirror? When you do shrooms, and you look in the mirror, or if you do any entheogens that distort your vision, if you look in the mirror, a lot of people say that it helps you to change your perspective. And also, when you have a baby, and when you first have a baby, you have that baby look in the mirror. Supposedly that could have bad connotations for that baby. So it's just another thing. So Scorpios aren't necessarily dark, but they are a mirror. So when you look into a Scorpio's eyes, you're seeing your own, because that's how deep they look. They look at people so deep. Scorpios look at people so deep to the point where there's no real line between you and me. And in life, the truth is, there really isn't a line. And that's why they're so mirror-like, because there really isn't a line. Everyone is one. Everybody is one. Everybody is a single organism, having a human experience, or an animal experience, or whatever kind of experience. But we are all one. Inevitably, That's what we all come back to. We all come back to oneness. That's why we are all one. So Scorpio sun, super dark, and no shit's given. Because Scorpio is Pluto, ruled by Pluto, and co-rules Aries. Aries gives no F's, man. Aries does not care about anything but self. So that's how expression outwards is. Me! And then Scorpio energy, Pluto, start tumbling, and then the energy comes in. I am one with everything. It drops, right? Mic drop type of vibe. That's how Scorpio is. So Scorpio is I am you. That's it. Really fun energy. Probably because I am projecting that energy through my beingness. I am me. My projection is me. So yeah, Scorpio energy, Pluto, my sun. I am me. That's it. So next we have Moon. Moon is pride energy. Your pride is through your moon. My moon is pride. But your moon depicts who you are when you think too much. Or when you think at all. When you use mind to do anything in your life, you're stepping in Leo. And when you step in Leo using your mind to express your life, you become prideful. That's what Leo does. So because my Leo is my moon, I'm very prideful. I'm prideful about my friends, my family, my partner, my parents, everyone. I take pride in them and I break them down. Through my Scorpio sun, I break everyone down and I say, look, this is me and you are influencing me. You're an object in my planetary gravitational field. I am revolving around you and you're affecting me. So I am being infected by your beingness and I need to know what those infections look like. That's where my brain goes. So I break down everyone around me so that I know what I am. I'm prideful about breaking everyone down around me because of my Scorpio sun, reflecting off of everyone. Okay? So I'm reflecting off of everyone like, okay, so you influence me this way, you influence me that way, you influence me that way. All these people are influencing me certain ways and I'm reflecting back to them who I am, which is nothing, because I'm everyone. We are all everyone. We all exude our own self, outwards and inwards. Shining bright, man, like diamonds, that's what we do. So, Moon, Leo, very prideful about being me. I'm very prideful about being me. I'm very prideful about the fact that I reflect off of people. So, it's like when you play a chord on a guitar, right? Or you make a sound. First, you have the boom, like, oh, here's a cool one. With the ocean, when the ocean crashes on the ground, you hear it, it's like, and then it goes, pulls all the water back. The water being pulled back is moon energy. The moon actually rules the ocean. That's the energy though, so that's sun, because you see it and it's explosion of water shooting down on the ground, exploding everywhere, and then the moon energy pulls it back. Moon energy pulls back silently, but you see it, you feel it. So the moon energy is just combing life, it's combing existence. Your moon energy combs your beingness, who you are, what your pride is in, what you feel. Moon energy holds your heart. Next, we have Sun, Moon, Mercury. My Mercury is in Libra. Bruh. Anyways, so Libra is the scales. Libra represents justice. Justice always prevails, does it not? Mercury is the planet of communication, the planet of developing wisdom, the planet of understanding other people's communication skills, interacting with others, becoming one with self through others. That's what Mercury does. Mercury communicates like nobody's business. Mercury, Hermes has those wings on his shoes, flies everywhere, delivering information for the gods. Mercury delivers information in your brain, outwards. You get a thought, boom, that thought is out, and you're talking to someone about it. Boom, boom, you're talking to 5 people about it. Boom, you're talking to 50 people about it. That's what you do through your Mercury. Woo. So Mercury speaks. Mercury is a voice. My Mercury is in Libra. My Mercury is the voice of reason. My Mercury balances. My Mercury wants to understand. Why do you do this? Why do you do that? Why do you care about this? Why? Why? And then once the verdict has been reached, then the question is, are you cool? So I am really prideful about having a center up here. My pride is here. Leo moon, Scorpio sun, shining outwards, being the mirror. Scorpios love to look in people's eyes because that's where you get the most truth. So, Mercury. Expressing outwards. So we have sun, moon like a guitar string. Sun, moon, Mercury. So my Mercury expresses outwards, who are you? And why are you here? And what's your purpose? That's the crux. The crux is what we stop on. So next, Venus is also in Libra, okay? So Venus is a planet that loves love, the planet that loves to want, the planet that loves to feel and express. Minutely. Loves to express, loves to feel mostly. So there's this, oh my gosh, everything is here for my enjoyment. When I watch horror movies with my family, when I watch movies that I don't like with my family, I watch it because I close my eyes and I meditate. That's that energy. That's the Venus energy. That's what I used to do when I was a little kid. If I was watching something boring with my family, I close my eyes and I'd be in my own space. My dad's watching sports, my eyes are closed. And I listen to the voices. I listen to the excitement and the joy and the expression. And I vibe off of it. Being the center, I vibe off of the expressions. I would definitely rather be there than anywhere else. Hanging out with a person that raised me, trying to understand why I'm here. Just vibing. Just taking a few, just to vibe. God knows when it'll end. I'm pretty sure that sports events, any sports events are 4 hours long. They're long. But it feels so good to vibe with family. So that's what Libra does. Libra is going to jump into something, and if it starts feeling shaky, they're just gonna feel it and decide if it's good shaky or bad shaky. And then vibe with it. But if it's bad shaky, then it's not existing anymore. It's inevitable. Because a good decision is always made well with a good judge. Okay? If you're a bad judge, then you make bad decisions. But if you're a good one, you make good ones. So that's Venus. Mars. My Mars is in Aries. Aries Mars, like I said before, Scorpio, Pluto, and Mars ruled by a co-ruled Mars. Scorpio doesn't give a shit about you. Doesn't give a shit about anyone, right? But Mars Aries really doesn't care. They really don't care. And they don't care. So me expressing outwards. me expressing that outwards is like this. So Scorpio Sun, Leo Moon, Mercury and, what was it? Mercury and Libra, Venus and Libra, Sun, Scorpio, Moon, Sun, Scorpio, Moon, Leo, Mercury and Libra, Venus and Libra, and then Mars. Mars is solar plex for sure. So we have Sun and Moon are definitely up here. Moon's kind of a both, like heart and mind, but mostly mind and heart. Yeah, it's heart and mind, but I would say it's mostly mind. So we have Sun extroverted, which I would say is like mind and solar plex. And then Moon is mind and heart. And then Mercury is just throat. And then Venus would be heart. Okay. And then Mars is solar plex energy for sure. There's nothing else that is anything more than solar plex energy than Mars. So exuding out that solar plex energy, Mars fights. Mars is the boxer. Mars is the one that is always got a fight story. Mars Aries always has a fight story. And they always fight everyone. And if you're not their friend, you're their enemy. That's how Mars Aries is. And they don't really care. They just want to be a person that gets attention. Aries Mars loves attention. They love attention. I love attention. I really, really do. I really do. I can't stand myself when I don't have any attention. If I feel like nobody cares about me, then I don't care about anybody automatically. So if nobody cares about me and I don't care about them, then I got attention because I'm still building that. And if everybody cares about me, then I care about them, then I'm still building that, You get it? So even though, for example, my brothers don't talk to me much, I still sell them stuff. I still do my best to sell on them. I still do my best. Like, I called my brother recently, dude, can you please purchase my Patreon? Purchase my Patreon, dude. Do it. And today, I'm probably going to call him and be like, dude, why haven't you purchased it? What's up? How's it going? Click. If it's not about me, I don't want to talk. If it's not about how you hate me or how you love me, I don't really care. Unless it's something that's really, really spiritual. If it's spiritual, I'll listen. Because I love spirituality. Because spirituality loves me. But for example, with family, they love me, but they don't love spirituality. So they're gone. They're gone, But I love them. I love them with all my heart. Because they were there when I wasn't human. I was just a child. I was a baby. Being rocked and cradled in my mom's arms. And then all of a sudden I'm playing video games. And my brothers are like, play with me, right? And then my favorite part of my childhood is when I'm fighting with my brothers on games. Like Soul Calibur. Man, I would destroy my little brother every day. And I'd push him. And I would tell him, dude, keep playing. Now he's better than me at video games. Like he started playing Dead or Alive. And I could never beat him at that game. So I stopped playing video games. But simultaneously, when he started playing Dead or Alive, he disappeared from my life. So you could kind of say that Aries builds people up to the point where they're just jetting away from them. So I fought my brother so much to where he developed this mental fortitude to where he's prideful about what he can do, and then he disappeared. I don't even know if he plays video games anymore, but I know and he knows that if he was to play that specific video game with me, which is all he wanted, he would destroy me. And that makes him feel great. So kudos to you, Zoe. I love you, Lorenzo. Yeah. I feel like hella kicks my butt on that game. It's embarrassing. And I don't ever want to talk about that again. Thank you. Anyways, now we're getting into another one that actually symbolizes why I'm a little weird sometimes. My Jupiter. My Jupiter's in Gemini. So I love talking. I do. It's quite intoxicating. The thing is, the more I talk, the more uncomfortable people get around me. Because I ask the scary questions. I do. I ask the scary questions. Like when I called my brother, I asked him the scary question. And the reason I do stuff like that is because when you ask the scary questions, then you get the either it's a really good reaction or it's a really bad one. So sometimes I get good reactions and sometimes I get bad ones. So I ask the scary questions because you know, all my signs, Mercury, blah blah blah, and then we get to Mars and Jupiter. Let's say that those are both in the solar plex, because they both expand outwards. Solar plex energy expands outwards with passion, with everything that is empowered. So Jupiter is the expansion planet. My Jupiter in Gemini, right? And then my Mars and Aries both expand outwards with explosive force. All in general, that's what happens. Your Mars and your Jupiter are going to explode outwards. So next time you look at your chart, look at that. So you know. But mine are Mars and Jupiter and Aries and Gemini. So I expand outwards by saying awkward stuff, man. I do. I really do. And that's healthy for me. The more awkward stuff I say, the better off I am. And when I stop saying awkward stuff, I actually get weird vibes. And people start questioning me. And when people start questioning me, then I start getting frustrated. And when I start getting frustrated, then the cycle repeats itself and I start acting weird again. And then my weird expressions, they feed me. You know? And I learn myself by being awkward and strange. But also, Gemini does have some really kick-ass traits too. Like, for example, Gemini is a sign that is going to be able to communicate like nobody's business. Gemini is a chess master. Gemini, like for example, the reason why I beat the crap out of my brother in video games, I tell anyone, the reason why I used to beat the crap out of him in video games is because I wanted him to have pride in how he is as a human. That's the reason. I wanted him to be prideful. And I wanted him to be like, you know what? Even if I don't have shit in my life, I could still kick my brother's ass at this game. That makes me feel like I accomplished something. So I'm super happy for him, and I'm gonna cry if I keep talking about him, because I love him to death, just like I love all my family members to death. But my little brother was the closest to me, so let's let that go. Next, we have Saturn. So my Saturn in Sagittarius. What chakra would Sagittarius be in? Saturn. What chakra would Saturn be in? Antuan, what chakra would Saturn be in? Okay. For me, I believe that Saturn would be associated with the root chakra. Because Saturn has to do with your work ethic. How do you survive in life? What do you do? What makes you you? Antoine, what makes you you? I express outwards, and I believe things that most people do not give a shit about. I try to stay on the leading edge of spirituality. I really do. Oh my god, my friend. See, now I'm going to jump into a story. But this is me expressing through Saturn Sagittarius, because Sagittarius loves to preach. Okay, so I have this friend. His name's going to remain disclosed. But he talks about Jesus. And he talks about how everyone should love everyone equally. And his perspectives are really crazy. Most of them have slipped my mind. I haven't talked to him in a while. But he's a really awesome person. And one time I was talking to him, and he was like saying something about how, as a society, we need to stay on the leading edge, or something about leading edge. And I love that phrase now. One time he said something. I was a truck driver at the time, and one time he said something to me. He said, "You deserve to stay with your family." And I was like, like I almost crashed, because no one has ever said that to me. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? And then we have been talking ever since. It has been a while. You know, perspectives like that, they make me feel like I have something to push for. Because that's what Sagittarius likes to do, is they like to push for stuff. Sagittarius is bold. They do what everyone doesn't want to do because they're afraid. They just do that. They do the thing. And then they're really blunt. And it's kind of annoying sometimes to listen to Sagittarius being blunt. It really is. But it's me, I am pretty blunt sometimes. Forgive me. I bought this shirt recently, man. I apologize in advance. One of my mentors, Grant Cardone, he says shit like that, like 10x. He says stuff like I apologize in advance because, me being me is gonna disappoint people. It will. Eventually someone's gonna be disappointed, but I don't give a shit. If I care too much, then I'm gonna lose who I am. If I lose who I am, then whose fault is it? Is it someone else's fault or is it mine? It falls on me. It falls on me if I forget who I am. So I express outward, me. And that's it. I love everyone else. But me, it's me that's expressing. My fears, my doubts, my impressions, my experience. My pains, my struggles. Yeah. Sagittarius is one of those fire signs. Sagittarius is a fire sign that takes the bow and arrow, pulls back that freaking arrow, aims towards what they want. They release that arrow, and what they want becomes theirs. Like harpoon type stuff. So they shoot whatever, man, and they have laser focus. So Sagittarius is very good at focusing. So they laser focus on things that they want. And that's it for that part. Next, we will talk about... Well, we have talked about all the planets that I feel are relevant. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. And I'm just going to close out with my houses that I feel are relevant. And then I'll leave the rest alone. Okay? So the houses that I believe are relevant are first house, which is Aries. My first house is in Gemini. My Jupiter is in Gemini. So I express outwards. Communication, I try to make the best out of it. And then my Jupiter, I try to make the best out of growing through my communication. So I try to be like, look, I am Gemini rising. I am Gemini Jupiter. I communicate. I want you to know you. Know yourself. Know thyself, my friend. Do it. Be great. Be happy. Inspire, believe, create. Just do that for me. So that's first house. Those are the ones I really care about. That's all I'm talking about. Those are the ones I really care about. My 10th house. 10th house is in Pisces. My Saturn is in Sagittarius, right? 10th house is Capricorn. 10th house, really, doesn't matter what 10th house is. You don't need to worry about that right now. 10th house, my 10th house is in Pisces. 10th house has to do with work ethic. How hard do you work? Why do you work that hard? And what's your purpose? That's what 10th house asks you. And you answer by saying, I am this 10th house sign. I am a Pisces 10th house sign. My Pisces 10th house sign says, hello, spirituality. And I am here to talk about the way things are supposed to be. The way things are supposed to be. I am 10th house, and I am here to talk about the way things are supposed to be. My 10th house is Pisces. My Saturn is Sagittarius. So I may be a little sharp with spirituality. I may be, because my energy takes that 10th house Pisces sign and it brings it to the Sagittarius Saturn, and my 10th house and my Saturn Sagittarius chill together. And so that makes me focus on Sagittarius energy, like this. My spirituality is fire. The way I produce my life has to do with the way I express my spirituality. I am spiritually driven to help others to understand themselves. Everyone will understand themselves through spirituality. God damn it, if I have to die for it, it will happen. And that's my goal. Life goal, right? If I had to write a mission statement, it would say something like that. Get people to understand spirituality better with astrology. So mission statement. Get people to understand astrology 1,000-fold so that they can understand each other. So people here, astrology here, everyone you know here, right? Coming together, becoming one. Thank you again, everyone, for letting me talk about astrology during this beautiful equinox convention. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And please just try to understand astrology better. Try to understand your sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Read that a few times. Don't rush it. You know, I've been looking at astrology for a long time. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, that's all your chakras. So if you can associate each astrology sign with each and every chakra, trust and believe you're going to be very amazingly dynamic. And you're going to be able to express yourself in ways that you never thought you could. Right? So just before I go, I just have to try to associate all these 7 signs with the 7 chakras. I have to try. So here we go. So sun energy for me is going to be more like the top and the bottom. Okay? So I don't want to leave it down at the root. So let's say, you know what we're going to do? We're going to say that sun energy is the root and the sacral. So you take your root energy and your sacral energy, pop those two together, you have your sun energy. How you express outwards. Okay, that's the first one. So moon is for sure going to be sacral because your emotional self, your sacral energy is water. So your moon is definitely your sacral energy. Okay, that's it. So your moon, sun, moon, Mercury. Now what's your Mercury going to be? Your Mercury is going to be your throat, right? So your sun is your root. Your sacral is your moon. Your throat is your Mercury. And then your Venus, believe it or not, it goes down. Your Venus is your heart. And then your Mars is your solar plex. Rah, fire. Okay, solar plex Mars. And then your Jupiter is going to be I would say that your Jupiter would be your, I can't not associate it with your throat because I have Gemini Jupiter, okay? So I'm going to say that your throat and your solar plex are going to be your Jupiter, your throat and your solar plex, because you communicate out by, okay, let's just say it's solar plex. Okay, fine. Okay. And then Saturn would be your root. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. And let me know what you guys think. However you want, whatever. That's just open. That's completely open. You don't have to do anything. I just want you guys to enjoy this convention. Okay. If you can't understand your throat and your root down, you gotta do some work. Okay? I know it's gonna be tough, but I hope you guys enjoy your journey. And happy Equinox Convention. Have a great day.